This is so annoying. Yes, hello everybody, and welcome back once again to the worst the show where me and you, you watching right now, we try to fix one of the worst dynasty fantasy football teams that you have ever seen in your life. How this works is I show you what's going on in the video, you put in some comments, they'll appear up in the next video where you're about to see some from last week's video pop up, and we'll see if we can fix this team together. We've already made some really good moves. We've already got Cooper Kupp off of our books, which is great. We've started to secure some more draft capital. If you want to get caught up already, check out the playlist below. You can get caught up on everything that's happened so far. We're doing a pretty good job, I think. Also, massive news since we last spoke, guys. Hey, we've been talking about this target of 500 subscribers for a while. Cue the fireworks. We did it. We finally got there. We got over the hump. We got past 500. Many thanks to all the new subscribers who have come in because of this video series. So thank you so much for all the interaction, all of the things that you've done. It's been really great working with you guys. And this team's going to get there. I think we're going to get it over the line thanks to this good connection that we've got going on. And if you're new here and you've not quite yet managed to hit that subscribe button, 500, that's just the beginning. By the end of this year, by the end of 2024, we want to get up to that magic 1,000. So if you are new and you've not already, hitting that like, hitting that subscribe button, that would be amazing. It's only on YouTube. You can't get anywhere else. It's not being uploaded anywhere. So if you like this, this is the only place to get it. So make sure you've done all that good stuff. All right, let's have a little look then at what's been going on in the league since we last checked it out, shall we? We now have an official draft date, 67 days, 4 hours, 22 minutes at the time of recording. So you can see it's on June 1st at 11:40 GMT. So I'm in the UK, so 11:40 GMT. If you're over in the States, you'll have to sort of set your time difference. Hey, we could go live for some of that, right? I think that's maybe a reasonable thing to do. We might be able to go live. Let me know what you think. Could we go live for that? Probably, right? Probably. So last time we left off, we had seen a couple of these guys. We put in that message by Brent. No sign of him at all, sadly. Then we seen that Saitama put Tyreek Hill on the trade block. Now, Caliber was saying that we probably shouldn't bother with Tyreek Hill at all. But Dylan thought, hey, why not ask about him and see? So we'll do that a little bit later when we message Saitama about Tyreek Hill. Derrick Henry went on the trade block, as did Travis Kelce. Now, I've also made some moves in the background because I've been reading your comments. So I've done a couple of things too. First thing, Mike Gesicki, who Matt was saying that we should probably put on the trade block, see what we can get for him since his transfer over to the Cincinnati Bengals. He's been put on the block, so we've done that. And also put on Jameis Winston to the block as well, based on a comment that was given from last week. So we got Jameis Winston on there too. And Jacoby Brissett too. He's been put onto the block after RB Raven mentioned that we might be able to get a sneaky like third round pick or maybe even 2 third-round picks for the New England quarterback, Jacoby Brissett. And then also popped on KJ Osborne too after his transfer across to New England. No one asked about that, but I thought, while we're at it, KJ, he's just made a trade. I can see what the thought process is. Gesicki's just been added to the trade, just been traded. Jameis has just been traded, or picked up, from free agency. A lot of these guys. So is Jacoby. KJ Osborne in the same boat. Let's get him on the trade block as well. Some drops have been made also. Nomad has dropped Easton Stick. Nomad has dropped Carson Wentz. And CA Buckeye has also dropped Damian Harris. Any of those guys standing out to anybody? Now, you guys might remember from last week that we sent out a blanket offer for Miles Sanders. We offered a third to pretty much every team. Some of those trades are still outstanding. So Wanty, I think he's replied that he has no interest, but he just hasn't rejected the trade yet, so we might just pull that. Asamoah, no reply after 9 days. Nomad, no reply. Nathaniel, no reply as of yet. And the same for Mr. Buckeye as well. And also Brent, who we haven't quite heard anything from, I don't think. So nothing from him. But hey, check this out. We did get an offer from Rye, my guy Rye. This is what the offer is. we would be sending Washington's tight end Zach Ertz along with Miles Sanders, and we would be picking up a 2025 fourth, a 2025 third, and a 2025 fourth. So those are the picks that we would be getting. Can we see who the other picks belong to? Because if any of them are ours, then that's quite good. So 2025 fourth, yeah, that could be our one. So we'd be getting our fourth back in 25. So that's a high fourth. Christ, I mean, you know what I mean? As high as a fourth can get. And then the 2025 third, that'll be one of these two. Yeah, let me know what you think about this offer. We'd be getting 2 older players off the books. We'll be picking up some extra draft capital, which obviously we are in dire need of. So that is going to be the pinned question. What do we do here? If enough of you say accept right away, then I'll just do it before the next video comes out. So it is Zach Ertz and Miles Sanders for a third and 2 2025 fourth round picks. Let me know what you think. All right, let's dive into some of these direct messages that we've been sending out. Brent, still no sign of him. I mean, 25 days now since the reply. Yeah, I know Ali was saying he's not too pleased about the activity in this league. I'm not delighted either. You know, like I sort of mentioned that in the last video. 25 days is a hell of a long time, but yeah, he's not replied to that, which doesn't surprise us. Chadley never got back to us. I don't know if I think he rejected. Yeah, Chadley just straight out rejected the trade. He's not mentioned if he's interested in Waller or Ertz. I think we can presume not. Nomad, see him. You know, look. He's 2 months since last reply. He's not done anything. Bills Mafia, he was asking about if we could get the 111 for Daniel Jones. So this was a big talking point here. So let's get into this, the chat about Kirk Cousins and Daniel Jones. Because Bills Mafia offered the 111 and the 202 informally for both Daniel Jones and Kirk Cousins. And got a hell of a lot of comments about that. So Caliber and BMU thought, that was a pretty good deal. We could take that 111 for Kirk Cousins in particular and Daniel Jones as well if we want. But a lot more people say we should probably try and get more for Kirk Cousins. Jeremy, John, Neil, Forsaken Guardian, Dylan, and King Rex all saying we can probably get a little bit more for Kirk Cousins, especially after moving to Atlanta. As far as Daniel Jones goes, Jeremy, Caliber, and BMU saying, yeah, if we could get that 111, that would be pretty sweet for Daniel Jones. Kyle mentioned that maybe we could use him to swap for Justin Fields. We'll get to that pretty soon, though. There's a good chat about Justin Fields to come, too. In terms of the message, Bills Mafia asked, do we mean Daniel Jones? So I've not heard a reply back, but we just messaged him back, 111 for Daniel Jones. I think enough people have said, yeah, that's a pretty good deal. But let's see if he's happy with it. Sean M, in typical fashion, I like how straight to the point Sean is. He's just saying, I'm not interested. I don't like Sanders. I don't like Waller. I don't like Ertz. Don't want to hear about it. Nathaniel messaged us asking about what is our price on JK Dobbins. That's a good question, Nathaniel. Do any of you guys have an idea? Obviously, we're probably wanting to move Dobbins off the team just because he is a running back. What kind of value does J.K. Dobbins hold? I'll put a comment on it. It won't be the pinned one. The pinned one's about the trade, but I'll still leave a comment. What valuation do you have on J.K. Dobbins? I was asked a little bit to contact the person that owns either Pitts or London. I can't remember who, but Wanty owns one of the two. I think London. He says he's not really interested in Sanders. Yeah, because I remember before I remember Wanty said he wasn't interested, but he was potentially interested in Kirk. He says he'll have to have a think. I'll fire him a little message and see if he's had a little think about it. See if we can get a little update from Wanty, a little bit about what he wants to do for Kirk Cousins. All right, we just sent him a quick little message. Any update on Cousins? I'm sure Wanty will get back to us. He seems like a pretty good guy and he's invested, which is great. And the last message was from my guy Buckeye, Buckeye, who was deep in a Dynasty startup. So obviously just give him a little bit of time to finish off that, and we're going to try and circle back about Sanders, Waller, and Ertz. I'm sure he'll get back to us very soon. All right, so we just have a couple of players then to focus in on. First of all, Justin Fields. I asked a question last week, should we try and buy Justin Fields, a resounding yes. You can see all of the comments below from everybody who's saying, yeah, we should definitely go after Justin Fields. A lot of people, like Chris, even predicting that he's going to be the starter as well come, the end of the year next year. So let's go ahead and let's ask the question about Justin Fields to Aselmo, who owns him. A quick update while recording one. He's actually just messaged back really quick saying he's been out of town and busy. Completely understandable. Obviously happens to people. Hopefully he's had a nice time while being out of town, won't he? He's no idea. He thinks his quarterbacks are fine. If I remember from Monty's team, it is stacked. So he's probably just right. Said if you change your mind, let me know. But yeah, we're actively looking to move Kirk Cousins on for sure, be it to Wanty or anyone else. I actually forgot. I already messaged us. So many people said yes. So he doesn't want Sanders. He said he's you can read for yourself. Screwed him over, right? But yeah, read the comment if you want. Screwed him over from last year. He's thinking about Waller. I was like, I can give you a 6th round pick for Justin Fields. I feel like that is fair value. That's what the Steelers give. So that would be more than fair value. But I've had quite a cool amount of comments about maybe using people to go and get Justin Fields. Caliber and Kyle, the Forsaken Guardian, all saying, could we use Daniel Jones? Ali and Neil and BMU all saying, could we go out and maybe use Minshew? Forsaken Guardian also mentioning Minshew along with Jones. So I think we'll pose that question out to Aselmo and say, is he interested in maybe using those pieces to go ahead and trade for Justin Fields? Let's see. Now, as for Gardner Minshew, we kind of mentioned him there, maybe using him in a deal for Fields. A couple of people saying we should obviously be looking to sell him, like Ali saying we should try and get maybe a 2nd and a 3rd for him. I know Kev was agreeing, and Kyle even saying that we could maybe try and get Minshew and put a little extra on our side to go and get a 1st. And I know just the 1st to go on target, because Benji said we should do everything we can to go and try and get our 2025 1st back. So, well, we got to find that thing first. So let's go looking and see if we can't try and get Minshew plus to get our 25 1st back. Let's see. I mean, like, this is so annoying. So annoying. Look who it is. The guy that doesn't appear or do anything. Again, we got frustrated by this last time. Again, this is a great plan. Benji, great idea. Try and get our 25 1st back. We can't, because this guy doesn't do anything. And he just doesn't turn up for this part of the year. I'm sorry, no one is that busy that you, for months on end, cannot check your phone once. Sorry, you're just not that busy. You just can't be bothered. Well, we said last week, we're going to continue to send them offers. Gardner Minshew plus extra to get our 25 1st back. Someone that mentioned we can, forgive me, I can't remember who it was, but someone mentioned, it might have been King Rex, I can't remember. Somebody mentioned trying to just offload some older players like Waller and things like that in deals like this. I think they were talking about running backs, but we could still use the same thing, like using Waller and other pieces to try and get a 1st round pick. This is a terrible deal. I feel bad about even sending this, actually. Minshew and Waller in the 3rd for a 1st. Can we put in someone else? It doesn't matter. He's not going to look at it, right? So there we go. This is the kind of package people were talking about. This will be rejected in about 6 months, so we'll send it and we'll see. But yeah, literally, Nomad doesn't check, so bit of a waste of time. But maybe whenever he sees all the messages and things when he finally logs on, he might feel a little bit guilty. I don't know. Both Dylan and Caliber were saying that they like the idea of getting Greg Dulcich and a 2nd for Dalton Schultz. So I said to CA Buckeye that I asked them to come back to things about Sanders and all those guys, and I also included just a message saying including this. So let's see if we can get. We can't get. He's not going to give a late 1st. I wonder if he could get. I wonder if he would do a late 1st for Dalton Schultz. We might ask the question and see. But for now, 2025 2nd. So Greg Dulcich and a 25 2nd to get Dalton Schultz. You guys seem happy with that. Let's send over the trade and see how it goes. If he rejects, we'll ask about that late first, but he might give it, he might not. There's a tight end premium in this league, so I'll mention that too, because it is a small premium. And then last couple of players that were mentioned, T. Higgins. Dylan saying, yeah, we should just wait and see what happens with Higgins. We can see here in the latest news, the Bengals are willing to listen to offers for T. Higgins. It is unlikely that he'll end up somewhere where he's playing behind someone like a Jamar Chase, so his target share should naturally go up no matter where he goes. So I'm happy to wait on T. Higgins as well. Then we had Zamir White and Chase Brown people were talking about. I think that, yeah, the overwhelming comments were, yeah, loads of you. I mean, look, they're all popping up on the screen right now. Said there's no point trying to buy running backs at this stage. Yeah, let's just leave it. The way we're rebuilding, there's no point really in targeting a Chase Brown or a Zamir White. I think we're happy enough to pick those guys off waiver wires and sell them on. But yeah, no real point really going out there and targeting these guys because we're taking a risk on the draft capital that we don't really want to take. And the last idea was from Benji as well. Benji just mentioned, hey, what's your sleeper tag so people can look on Keep Trade Cut or other trading sites to see what the league settings are and all that, plug it all in. It's right there. It's Hotseat Mag. So you can go ahead if you want to plug it into any of your apps that you use or whatever. You can have a look at the team and see if you can't get some trade ideas and post them in the comments. And yeah, that brings us to the end of another episode of the worst team ever here on the Dynasty Hot Seat. Thank you so much once again for joining. Make sure you're leaving loads of comments down below about what's happened in this episode and about your opinions and what you think, especially if you're a new viewer. Love to hear from new people. We got loads of comments coming in. It's great to see. Every week we've had somebody new pop in the comments. So this week, let's hope it's you watching right now. And if you've not already, hitting that like and that subscribe. We want to keep pushing towards that 1,000 subscriber target. We hit the halfway mark just a few weeks ago. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant from everybody. Thank you so much once again for watching. Thank you all for the comments and everything. It has been absolutely brilliant. You know what I didn't get? I don't know if anyone watched it, but the end of last week's episode, I put in like a little bonus bit where I kind of went a bit off the rails and talked about a sign-off line and can we get a better sign-off line for the team? No comments on that. So maybe I'll drop a comment saying anyone got a good sign-off line. I can't remember what I said last time. It was... Nah, I can't remember. It was rubbish. I'm going to go through the same spiel again. But for now, let's just keep it to stay lit. How about an old school throwback for your early day Dynasty Hot Seat listeners? So till next time, stay lit.